Alright, it's that time again, drama in the RTC. What is this drama about, you may ask? Well, it all started because of this Among Us ripoff on Roblox. This game called Amongst Us, very original by the way, on Roblox, has supposedly been making hundreds of thousands of Robux a day. People are upset about this because the game is taking from the original Among Us. It's even been said that they traced the Among Us UI and stole the astronauts from Scribblenauts. In this video, we're going to see what the community thinks about this. But before that, make sure to like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell if you want to know whenever I upload. Also, comment your opinions on the matter in the comments section down below. And with that all out of the way, let's get into the video. So, it all started when the RTC account tweeted out this debate. Many people say the game Amongst Us on Roblox, which is an Among Us inspired game, should not be on Roblox because the idea is too similar. Plus, it has approximately 30% of the Among Us players. Are they right? Why or why not? And they quote tweeted this from Crazy Blocks, 23k players right now. That's roughly 30% of what the PC player base is of Among Us on Steam right now. Don't forget Among Us on mobile is free. Kids won't understand the issue over copyright here. And don't forget to buy the game passes and promote plagiarism. They're obviously joking about the plagiarism promotion part, hopefully. But really, these game passes are so overpriced. Really though. Kai Bloxian says they're literally using most of Among Us assets. And it's supposed to be a recreation, and he attaches a file that says, it's a recreation. A person replies with, assets? You mean ideas? And Kai Bloxian replies with, they use Among Us UI, which I don't know that's true. I haven't played the game, but yeah, if they're using that, that's pretty bad. Volante Gamer says, to be honest, I really hate these games. They make profit by copying whatever famous game there is, and it's annoying. I think Roblox should delete these types of games. Not only Among Us inspired games, but every other copy game as well. Jake Build says, Imposter is good, Traitor is good, all other games are stupid. Matt Attacks replies with, all Among Us ripoffs are down bad. Sarah replies with, I personally play Imposter and I can say it's not entirely the same. Traitor isn't meant to be inspired from Among Us, but Amongst Us is simply a ripoff. They even went as far as to steal art for the sprites. Yes, the Scribblenauts, astronauts, they stole them. Stars says, I swear, the sprite/images they used during the crewmate imposter section are from Scribblenauts. Angelic Doodles replies with, so I'm not the only one that noticed it. Silent replies with, it is. They credited them, although at the very bottom of the description, and they attach an image. And Gareth says, oh wow, crediting that definitely helps the fact that they stole their art and are profiting off of them. Yeah, but still, stealing from Scribblenauts, and stealing in general is not okay, especially if it's with art and stuff like that, because the artists work pretty hard on that, and they probably would not want you to use their artwork without permission. Alex says, I really don't care anymore. I'm tired of Among Us copies. Funny Car Name says, I'm tired of Among Us itself. And Alex says, I'm still playing, the only thing is I'm tired of the word sus. Yeah, that's kinda, Among Us is kinda dying, but like, it's still got tons of players, but like, I'm just not really into it anymore. Gingerbread says, I agree. Even if you have inspiration from a game, it doesn't kill you to have originality. True, true. Kipik says, need some genius to think of a new law that prevents blatant copying, but not inspiration. So these kind of games can be legally taken down. I only don't agree with these copies because the developers invest minimal effort and still earn hundreds of thousands USD. Quite often, majority of the effort during game development is figuring out the ideas. The fame and the money is completely undeserved for developers such as this. Yeah, if you're gonna blatantly copy something, at least don't make money off of it. Don't make money off of it. But yeah, don't blatantly copy things ever at all. Render says, I'm gonna be honest here. I really only ever play it because almost every Among Us server I go is empty most of the time. I don't know. Could just be me. But yes, I do believe it's a straight up ripoff of Among Us. They weren't even trying anymore. They just remade the entirety of the game and tried to get away with it. And they're making profit off of it. Also, they stole assets from Scribblenauts. Once again, people calling out the Scribblenauts thing. Sunny Cherry Face says, inspired? Bruh, please. It's borderline plagiarism. The game has the same name, same concept, same setting even. It should be removed. For example, Fruit Loops and the ripoff brand Fruity Loops. It's the same name, concept, and visuals. This creator is promoting plagiarism. Red says, if they share the profits showing piece, I'm pretty sure Innersloth would let it slide. It's not plagiarism if you have permission from the creator themselves, I think. Sunny Cherryface replies with, you think millions of Among Us ripoffs from Roblox got permission from a popular game company? Red says, nope, you're twisting my words. I doubt any of them are permitted, but if they would go to Innersloth, I'm sure some of them would be cleared. Cherryface replies with, Innersloth doesn't have time for that. And Red says, I know that, but if they manage to get a hold of them, however, that would be a different story. Salsauce says, Innersloth has no way to know how much profit was earned from the ripoffs, since Roblox has turned off the sales counter. Red says, that wasn't my point. And YonXT Gaming Pro replies with, you can't just share profits from two different developers on two different platforms. That's not how it works, and it'll never work that way. Yeah, it'll probably never work that way. And Red replies with, wait, then what the heck was... I'm not even going to question it. And Retro replies with, like Roblox would even allow that. Beta the Protogen says, inspired? No. Copied? Yes. This is a huge issue the Roblox community fails to face, and the Roblox staff generally don't care. Among Us isn't the only antagonist, with other games basically duplicating the main premise of a popular game, changing something to avoid DMCA. Changed, Fall Guys, Phasmophobia, Granny, and In Silence, and so many more have been copied and become booming games that make tons of profit on Roblox, but barely anybody talks about those. It's amazing to me how Roblox hasn't been confronted by the US Copyright Office about this stuff. Superiorian says, thing is that almost every game on Roblox is popular. Everything is a rendition of another game. Sippa Holland says, well, yes, but this game has directly copied every single asset that is in the original game, Among Us. Well, Imposter, from what I've seen, hasn't done that and has added some originality. Dark Detective YT says, if Innersloth doesn't DMCA the game, then they must not have a problem with it. Salsauce replies to Dark Detective with, they don't have time to go through Roblox and look for clones. They are people with things to do. Paul Ninja 3 says, some screenshots of the game because why not? And as you can see, it looks like they've stolen like the voting thing and those astronauts from Scribblenauts once again. Doom Guy replies with Scribblenauts. Gareth replies to Doom Guy with yes. Again, Scribblenauts stealing assets. Apollo says definitely should be taken down. It's literally just a copy, and the name isn't even different aside from the two letters. If they weren't making a profit from it, I'd say fine, let it slide since they're not using the game for profit. But they are, so in my opinion, it should be taken down. Yes, as I think I mentioned this before, if it's not been used for profit, that's fine. Like, if you're gonna make a blatant ripoff, at least don't make a profit from it. But if you're gonna make a profit from it, that's too far. Peanut173 says, a work of art by Peanut himself. And he puts like the Burra face over all the Scribblenauts avatars with unoriginal. Kuzu says, there's a clear difference between inspired and copied. The name and the gameplay is pretty much a copy of Among Us. I think this game should be removed. Flare HD says, I think the game should be taken down even though it's a good game. It's really not. Because they're making a profit from the game at its peak. And this just makes me mad and annoys me. They should delete these types of games, even though they say inspired games. Yet there's a difference between inspiration and blatant copying. And what Amongst Us is doing is just blatant copying. Matt Storm Tornado says, the game is too similar and to be honest inferior since you can't quickly server hop or host private servers freely. In other words, a ripoff. Among Us is free to play on mobile with no ads either. EAW says, I mean, the logo is a ripoff of the Scribblenauts astronauts. Once again, Scribblenauts mentioned. The game and name is pretty much identical to Among Us. Yet, two letters, Amongst Us, that's not gonna faze people. Paul says, dang, I feel bad, but if you have a ripped off game, at least don't have game passes. Exactly, especially so overpriced game passes. This Cherry Has Problem says, I think Amongst Us should be taken down. If they changed most of the copied things in the game, then maybe they wouldn't be copying Among Us so much. Keon Plays Roblox says they are right. First of all, the name is too similar. It's just Amongst Us. And 30% of the players of Among Us who played this is a lot of players. Even though it's not all, it's still a lot. Burb Daddy says, I don't think this game should exist. It's exactly like the actual game, and this is basically making money off from someone else's idea and hard work. Inner Sloth should know about this and do something because this is just wrong. Yeah, exactly. Inner Sloth should know about this and they should take it down. Pinekung says, this isn't inspired. This is just stealing a game. There's no difference between the game. Kira Lake Crystal says, it's a great game. I just think the style should be changed a little bit so that it's not copying the Among Us game. And they should also take out the Scribblenauts avatars that they use without permission. The unofficial Bunny account says, well, it should say since there are like 5 direct Minecraft ripoffs, a Skyblock Control-C, Control-V game, and the game Imposter. Yeah, Roblox is home to a lot of ripoffs of other games, but there are some good games on Roblox, so if you're like not playing Roblox, it's not all ripoffs. Legitness Please says, with Amongst Us being entirely free to play, but you can opt in to pay to win, whereas in the original Among Us is free on mobile but not on PC, I think it should have less copied art. The Space People art are copied from Scribblenauts, as said in Laughability's video. Comparing the two images, they have a clearly and exact blatant name copied from Among Us by only adding 2 letters. Most of Amongst Us's tasks are directly from Among Us, but poorer quality. But on the other hand, Imposter is more an example of inspired. The tasks are unique, but some are the same as Among Us. The game is more higher quality than Amongst Us, but not Among Us. Lion says, this game should be banned. It's an obvious copy. They even use characters from Scribblenauts for their thumbnails. V says, inspired? Freaking hilarious. It's literally straight up plagiarism. Disappointing this hasn't been taken down yet. But it's Roblox, so not surprised. Yeah, they need to take this down, or they at least should make the developers change the art style and like change up the game a bit, and also remove those Scribblenauts art that you took without permission. Alright, and with that all out of the way, that's gonna end off the video. So like the video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications if you want to know whenever I upload a video. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace.